Hello, everyone. Thank you for taking the time to learn more about the concept of marketing and how you can apply tactics and tools discussed in this presentation to your everyday experiences as OSU Extension professionals. This is the first of many marketing modules brought to you on behalf of the Program Development and Evaluation Unit. The charge of the Program Development and Evaluation Unit is to provide the necessary resources for Extension professionals to develop effective educational programs and program evaluations that are useful, feasible, and conducted with propriety. The PDE team is committed to motivating Extension professionals to achieve their maximum potential as educators through the enhancement of their program development and evaluation skills. Part of the program development process includes developing marketing strategies to promote various programs and services offered throughout the state of Ohio. It is our hope that these modules will provide valuable tips, tools, and resources on how to market your programs and services more effectively. My name is Kanitha Peebles, and I serve as a marketing strategist for the Program Development and Evaluation Unit for OSU Extension. I have the pleasure of working with a phenomenal team. Debbie Lewis, who is the leader of the Program Development and Evaluation Unit, Amy El Hadi, who is the Program Evaluation Specialist, Kayla Henderson, who is our EET Data Entry Student Employee, Kim Showalter, who is our Program Accountability Specialist, and Brian Butler, who is the Program Evaluation Director for FCS with a 40% appointment with PDE. I'm a proud alum of The Ohio State University's Fisher College of Business, where I earned my Bachelor of Science degree in Business Administration with a concentration in marketing. I also obtained a Master of Science degree from Franklin University's Marketing and Communications program. I have been with OSU Extension for over 8 years in the Program Development and Evaluation Unit. My primary responsibilities include developing, designing, and conducting trainings on marketing analysis, marketing programs to reach diverse audiences, public value, customer satisfaction, program marketing, and OSU Extension brand identity, conducting public awareness and value assessments, statewide needs assessment studies, and other marketing research efforts working collaboratively with other Extension professionals, and planning, coordinating, and implementing social media and other emerging methodologies for statewide efforts to communicate programs' impacts. So as an overview, we will be looking at what is marketing, what is it all about, and what does it entail? The 4 elements of marketing, also known as the 4 P's of marketing. We'll look at defining the terms that are oftentimes interchangeably used with the term marketing, looking at the different types of marketing and marketing strategies, as well as the marketing process model. So how would you explain marketing? Maybe take a minute just to think about how you would define marketing or what you think marketing is really all about. The first thing that people normally think about or what comes to mind is marketing equals sales or advertising, right? Well, not exactly. Marketing is not just personal selling or a simple advertisement on TV and or in a magazine. Most people truly define marketing in a very limited way. The overall function of marketing is to communicate the product and or service offerings of a particular entity, also to deliver the product and or service to the consumer that best meets their needs, and to create value to the consumer to show how this product and or service will benefit them in the long run. In addition, companies must take into consideration their employees, their stakeholders, and their community members. The most successful marketing efforts include a consumer-oriented approach. So by definition, Marketing is the activity, set of institutions, and processes for creating, communicating, delivering, and exchanging offerings that have value for customers, clients, partners, and society at large. So, marketing also includes promotion, advertising, public relations, publicity, marketing research, sales, and so much more. So the bottom line is, although we think that marketing equals one of the things that mentioned below, marketing encompasses all of those aspects, and it's important to understand the difference between each of those. As there are many different components to marketing, there are also different types of marketing. And I just pulled out a couple just so we can get an idea of how vast marketing is. So, looking at relationship marketing, that focuses on building long term relationships with your customers. And transactional marketing, well, that encourages customers to purchase through the use of coupons and discounts and sales promotions. Now, digital marketing usually utilizes various digital methods to inform your customers about your services and or products. Word of mouth marketing is clearly what it says, the passing of information via oral communication from one person to the next. And diversity marketing is creating a customized marketing plan to create and reach different diversities within a culture. PR marketing or public relations marketing uses the media to bring awareness to your products and or services. Now, email marketing is something that we may use a lot. It's primarily the collecting, organizing, and sending emails to prospective and current clients. Newsletter marketing is creating newsletters to highlight key happenings within the organization. And then finally, social media marketing engages your customer through social media platforms such as Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, or GroupMe. So let's look at the four elements of marketing. Now keep in mind, all four elements must be used in a cohesive plan in order to effectively target your consumer. To illustrate, I will use the Girl Scout cookie selling season as an example. So the first element would be product. When we look at product, we're looking at the physical product or service you're selling. In this case, it would be Girl Scout cookies. But it's not just the item itself. It also includes the variety of the product as well as the quality of how it's designed, packaged, and branded. Anything that adds value to the product or any reason a customer will want to buy it. The second element would be price. That is the amount the consumer pays for the product and or service. Price can also include discounts or bonus offers, as well as payment plans and credit terms. This can also include time and effort spent in participating in a program and or service. The third element would be promotion, and this consists of the communication tools used to effectively get the company's message out. This includes advertising, personal selling, sales promotion, and public relations. If you sponsor your daughter's Girl Scout troop, that's considered promotion. And if you're making direct sales calls to consumers, that's considered promotion as well. Distributing brochures about an upcoming program or answering client emails is all considered promotion as you are representing and promoting your brand. The last element would be place, also known as distribution. This is where the product is purchased and or how the clients find your product or service once they've purchased it. So is it delivered? Is it at a store? Or can it be downloaded via the internet? So again, most people really think marketing is the same as advertising, promotion, sales, etc. But in the next couple of slides, let's dig a little deeper into the actual definitions of some of these terms in order to dispel that thought. So by definition, market research is the process of gathering, analyzing, and interpreting information about a market, services to be offered in that market, and about past, current, and prospective customers for the service. So overall, marketing research has a purpose of providing insight into the characteristics, the behaviors, attitudes, location, and needs of your intended audience, the general market, and the competitive environment. Now, there are several methods as to how you conduct market research. So you could do that through surveys, be it online surveys, face-to-face, or telephone surveys. You can have your participants participate in a focus group activity. You can also have personal interviews one-on-one with prospective clients and/or current clients in your area, as well as doing several observations of those who are utilizing your product and/or services. So when we're looking at product development, that is the creation of products with new or different characteristics that offer new or additional benefits to the customer. Now, overall, the purpose is to keep up with the changing needs and trends of the marketplace. Market product development also includes the overall process of strategy, organization, concept generation, program and market plan creation and evaluation, and commercialization of a new program and/or service. So product development also could include the modification of an existing product and/or service or its presentation, or the formulation of an entirely new program, product, service that satisfies a newly defined consumer want and/or the market niche. Pricing involves the amount the consumer pays for the product and/or service, but it's not just the monetary amount of the product or service. Price can also include discounts or bonus offers, payment plans, and credit terms. Anything remotely related to money coincides with pricing. A discount or bonus offers lowers the price of an item or service. Payment plans and credit terms make it easier for consumers to pay that price. However, price can also include the time and effort spent in participating in a program or indoor service. So you want to make sure that it's feasible for your target audience, the price that's being given, as well as the time spent utilizing the product and or service fits into their time frame. Packaging is this process of storing, handling, and displaying a product and or service. It also plays an important role for portraying information about the product. Outside packaging may contain directions on how to use the product or make the product. Packaging can also differentiate one brand of product from the other brand. Because the product packaging contains companies' names, logos, and the color scheme of the company, it helps consumers to identify the product as it sits among the competition's products on the store shelves. The purpose of packaging is to encourage potential buyers to purchase the product and or service. It also may include different things such as branding, media or press kits, the letter of introduction, information about the company, product or service information, recent publications about the product or service, press releases, audio, video files, and sample news stories. All of that can be wrapped up into one packaging item. Distribution consists of the process of making a product and or service available to current and prospective customers that is most convenient for them. How do your clients find your products and how do they receive the product or service once they've purchased it? Is it delivered? Is it at a brick and mortar retail location? Or is it able to be downloaded from a website? All these things go into the distribution piece of marketing. Promotion is the entire set of activities which communicate the product, brand, and or service to the user. There are three primary purposes for promotion. The first is to bring awareness. You want to make sure that your target audience knows what Extension has to offer in terms of programs and services. Are we still considered the best kept secret? We want the world and Ohio to know that we are no longer keeping our expertise a secret and want to share our knowledge and services with everyone. The other purpose is to attract. There are clients who no longer use our programs and services, those who have never used our program and services. We want to make sure that we showcase the quality of our services that people will value and want to check out. And then the other purpose is to induce to buy. Not only do we want current, past, and potential clients to be intrigued and interested in what we do, we also want them to buy into the idea that participating in an extension program or utilizing one of our many services will greatly benefit their lives and well being. So, how do we promote our offerings? Well, we can do this in various ways through advertising, publicity, sales, and public relations. Promotion serves as a reminder to current and potential customers as to what an organization or what we as an organization has to offer in order to create a demand for the service. Promotion also involves consistent advertising and publicity. The ongoing activities of advertising, sales, and public relations are often considered components of promotion. Advertising is used to call the public's attention to your business and or organization, usually for the purpose of selling products or services through the use of various forms of media. The primary purpose is to create awareness. We want to make sure that our Ohio community members understand and know who we are and what we do as Extension. We want to convince our consumers that we have the right product and service for their particular needs. We want to create that desire. We want people to seek out OSU Extension and wonder what we have to offer. We want to enhance our image as a brand. We want to make sure that we are portraying ourselves and promoting ourselves the best way we know how. And we also want to announce new offerings or programs that we will have to offer in the future or currently at this time. Now, generally, the focus is on one particular service being offered. Therefore, the plan to advertise one service can be completely different from the efforts of another. Now, advertising is typically done with the use of signs or brochures, ads in newspaper or television, as well as radio spots, direct mailings or email message, as well as personal contacts. Public relations typically involves the use of news or business press to carry positive stories about an organization or products and or services and cultivating a good relationship with local press representatives. Some of the tools used in public relations include news releases, special events, speeches and presentations, educational programs, annual reports, brochures, newsletters, magazines, and AV presentations, as well as community activities and sponsorships. Publicity is a type of public relation in the form of a news item or story which conveys information about a product, service, or idea in the media. So, what's the difference between publicity and public relations? Well, publicity is usually short term, whereas public relation efforts extend over a period of time. Public relation provides positive information about an organization and is usually controlled by the organization or its agents. Now, publicity is sometimes positive but can be negative and is not necessarily in the control of an organization. When we think about sales, sales is really any activity that involves the promotion to increase sales, uses of a product and or service. So sometimes sales will include not only just the pricing information itself, but also include like free gifts. What are we offering people to try our product and or service that we're offering? That's somewhat of an incentive for them to use. We also offer discounted pricing. Sometimes we have buy one get ones for registration fees for programs that we're having, early bird registrations, so that way that discounts the price a little bit for our programs that we want people to attend. We also give out free samples of different products or services that we have to offer, as well as coupons. So it gives them just some type of incentive to come and try out our products or services. And finally, customer satisfaction is any information gathered directly from the customer about their level of satisfaction with the product and or services we're offering on behalf of our organization. It's important because customer satisfaction or customer feedback gives us an opportunity to see what we're doing right, see where we can improve in order to meet the needs of the customer. So different methods of using customer feedback tools would be surveys mailed in person and or electronic. We could also use comment boxes at our locations. Hey, leave us a comment, let us know how we're doing. You can also look at the level of activity, if people are consistently coming to our programs, if people have kind of fallen off. So just monitoring the user activity. So it's really important for us to monitor our customer feedback because we want to know that we're doing well. And if there's any room for improvement, we want to know that as well, to make sure that we're meeting the needs of our clients. So we've talked about the different terms that are related to marketing, and now we'll kind of look at the overall marketing process and how things kind of go step by step. So now that we've defined the terms, let's look at how this all works in the marketing process model. So first we want to do our marketing research. We want to know what the customer is all about, what their needs are, and making sure that we understand them completely. Once we understand who we're targeting and what their needs are, we want to look at product development. In extension, we want to look at what programs do we currently have and are they meeting the needs of our clients? If so, that's great. If not, there's a void. And so we want to try to develop programs and or services that will meet the needs of our target audience. Next, we want to look at pricing. We want to make sure that our pricing fits something that's comfortable for our clients, not only monetarily, but we want to also make sure that the timing is right for our programs and services that we're offering. When we're looking at packaging, we want to make sure that we're completely branded with the OSU Extension brand. We want to make sure that people understand who we are as soon as they see a flyer, a brochure, any type of ad that's out in any type of communication outlet. So we want to make sure that we're completely packaging our program on the brand as well as the program itself and its contents. As far as distribution is concerned, we want to make sure that we're getting our program and services to our clients the best way we know how. We also want to make sure that it's convenient and conducive to their communities and their learning environments. Next, you want to look at the advertising. How are we getting the word out? How are we reaching our clients? Are we reaching them through the internet? Do they have access to internet? Are we doing mailers? Do these people have a physical address that they can receive mail? So we want to make sure those things are all squared away. Next, we want to look at sales. How are we selling our services? How are we selling the OXU Extension brand? And then most importantly, we want to look at our customer feedback. What are we doing right? What are we doing wrong? And how can we improve? So those things are how all of those terms kind of coincide within the marketing process model. So next we'll look at an illustration as an example of how this all works and how it can be related to OSU Extension. So the marketing of the 4-H Equine Parade. So the first step is our market research. So what we want to do is look at, before we do any advertising or any promoting, we want to check our community calendars and make sure there's no conflicting events. We want to make sure that we research the attendees, who have participated in the past, and people who may be interested in participating, and determine what they're willing to pay and the activities that they're interested in. So those are some of the things that we want to do as far as our market research. We want to get to know our clients. We want to get to know the environment. We want to get to know the schedules to make sure that we don't have any conflicting events, so we can have a great event for our 4-H groups. Next, we want to look at product development. So we know that we have people that may participate, who have participated every year. So what is something that we can kind of give them, or something new to kind of entice them, or to give them something that they can enjoy while participating in the program? So something that we could create are pony pops, which are edible little lollipops in the shape of horses to fit the theme of the actual event, and then that just kind of gives people something to enjoy while they wait for their horse rides and or the horses to parade down the street. So in terms of packaging, how can we create a packaging or create an offer for those who will be participating in the program? So something that you could do would be offer a package to include the entry ticket into the parade, one of the pony pop desserts that we discussed in our previous slide, and then one pony ride for a child, as well as maybe a souvenir T-shirt for the actual program. So that kind of uh, put together a an offer that people may be more enticed into uh, purchasing instead of just purchasing a single ticket. That gives them more bang for their buck while participating in the program. Now, in terms of distribution, how are we going to get those tickets and those packages or offerings into our consumers' hands? Well, one thing you may want to do is maybe enlist the help of maybe local restaurants that have a roadhouse theme to kind of go along with the theme of the parade. You may want to enlist their help to actually sell the pony packages in their local restaurants. That's just one idea, but just to kind of have a way that you can tie the theme all in together. So maybe looking at a Texas Roadhouse or a Logan's Roadhouse, for example, to kind of get your packaging out there. There are several different ways you can promote the upcoming parade. You can create flyers, you could create radio or TV ad spots, you can create ads within your local newspaper. But another way you could do it would be a fun way to do it, if possible. You could actually put a sign on a horse and parade it around your local community to let people know that the parade is coming and to remind people to get their tickets. So that's a different way of promotion outside of your traditional paper and print ads or flyers. So that's another way, a different way that you could promote your program. So while you're on your promotional effort of parading your horse around town, there could be some publicity that you get. You may get publicity just for saying, oh my gosh, there is a horse parading around town with a sign, a huge sign saying the parade is coming. However, there could be some other publicity that you could get if the horse accidentally drives through the county commissioner's flower bed. Hopefully, the county commissioner would have a heart and would not uh, really feel so bad about it and be upset. But that's another way that you can get publicity for your program. So how are you going to get these tickets sold? Well, in addition to enlisting the help of local restaurants, you could also enlist the help of your local 4-Hers as well as OSU Extension employees to sell tickets to at various events and programs that we're having. So you kind of want to cross sell with different events that we're having, even if it has nothing to do with the OSU 4-H program. You can always enlist the help of current users, current employees, as well as 4-H clubs. And finally, to gain that customer feedback, you may want to get them right there at the parade as they're leaving the parade just to ask a couple of questions on how their experience was. Or you can also send out information or surveys electronically or via mail once you have a listing of participants who actually came out and supported the program. Customer satisfaction is always important in order for us to improve on our services and to make sure that we're meeting the needs of our clients. So you want to ask participants to complete a customer satisfaction survey to rate their level of enjoyment and their overall experience at the parade. So again, I hope that these tips and tools have helped you uh, develop some ideas about the overall process of marketing, what marketing consists of, as well as some tips and tools that you can use out in your communities when you're promoting the program and the services that OSU has to offer. Again, this is the first of many modules that we'll be promoting through program development and evaluation. And I thank you for your time, and I thank you for listening about the concept of marketing. My name is Kanitha Peebles, again, marketing strategist for the program development and evaluation unit. I can be reached at peebles.20@osu.edu or in my office at 614-292-8340. Again, I thank you for your time, and I hope this helps you in your marketing efforts. Go Bucks!